It's good to see you guys. The game I thought was a testament to all the work and the care factor and just all of the sacrifice. And so it was good to see it kind of come to light. You know, I think of like Jackie Marshall as an example. I think of Jackie and just the growth that he's had off the field, and the student that he is now, and the person that he is. And, he's come back from multiple injuries to only get injured again. And there's a bit of a urban legend with him and there's things he's done in practice and has never really been able to make it to games, and then to make it to this one and to play the way he did is so cool. And it's inspiring, you know. And then to have a lot of our transfers come in and under bright lights and in the big city, you know, and go out and make plays and consistently make plays and bring a swagger and all of it to the team. That was cool to see because it's been like that in practice. And so to get that over across the bridge into Mclan when it matters most, that was cool to see too. And so a lot of positives with that. You know, with all that being said, a lot of things we can work on and we need to work on, especially for our next opponent. And, it's a good first step. I'm looking forward to the next couple. Take any questions you guys got.
Raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you. Bryce.
Dave, just is it night and day difference in terms of just not just the execution, but the feeling coming off the field from last year?
Yeah, then that probably started in December, just with, I guess, probably with me, to be honest. And then with the hires that we made and the recruiting that we've done. And I think it's kind of been what it was tonight. It's been that way since then. And so it's cool to see it under the lights.
Zach here.
Coach, you mentioned all the newcomers making plays. Are you surprised at all at how quickly they've been able to kind of get up to speed with what you want to do? And I guess why have they got up to speed with so quickly with what you want to do?
I'm not surprised. I think that there's a lot of veteran guys that played a lot of football. And, they came, a lot of competition for these guys. And they came because they loved Baylor, man. The feeling when they were on campus, the feeling when they met with our academic people, the feeling when they met with, all of our support staff, and just, I don't know, to kind of be in the game but not be running game on people, I think is what they look for. I mean, I look for that, And so I think they found it here. And then I think for the offensive guys to be with Jake and the style of offense you saw today, they wanted that. And then I think defensively, we're trying to sell them, I guess, I don't know, that we can maybe stop people, I hope, and do something. And so a lot of that's all like hoping and dreaming, And so to have them come and then to work hard and do football from the very start of the thing all the way through to this point, and then be able to do it under the lights is cool.
Dave, how did it feel to call plays again? Did it feel pretty smooth, the process and everything?
I was angry a lot of times. You don't want to give people anything, and obviously they're always going to get things. I think, we had an academic. There's a professor that comes to the dinner on last night, Friday night, and so they'll come to the walkthrough, and then they'll be at practice, or they'll be at the walkthrough, then they'll be at the dinner Friday night, and they asked that question, and it's I think how I said it then was like, man, it's like you're a fighter pilot, and you get this great fighter jet. And it's all this all this stuff, and it's got all these weapons, and you get to fly the thing. But there's people out there that want to kill you, And so, like, you get to fly it, but you don't want to die. So that's how I feel about calling plays. I feel that all the time. And I think, to prep and to do all the stuff right, to where you can get people and then they don't get you. That's hard to do in today's game. Offenses are really good.
Coach in the back. DeQuan specifically, how do you think he ran the offense? What were your overall assessment of how he played tonight?
I thought there was really good things. I thought the leadership he brings, the confidence he brings. You know, DeQuan's a dog, man. And so you put something in front of him, he's going to knock that down. He's going to run right through the face of the thing, you know. And he's going to bring that attitude right from the beginning. And so that's really cool to see, and I think that our team feeds off of that. Our team sees that. That's stuff that you really can't fake, you know. I thought his performance tonight, there was good and bad, I think, with all of us, you know. And I think moving forward, we're going to continue to feature and develop the things that he does really well, try to limit some of those things that he's struggling with and improve those things to a certain degree. But I'm way confident with DeQuan at the helm and just his ability to lead the team, his ability to move the ball. I thought there's a couple times scrambling around, he could have just took off and ran more. And that's probably something we're going to look at.
Coach, what was it like to have the in-helmet communications? How much of a difference maker was that? How much did you have to adjust? Just your overall thoughts in this first game.
I liked it. You know, the struggle with that on defense particularly is that when the guy subs out, you got to do all the helmets. Our little equipment guy is running around with all these helmets and trying to switch them off, you know. And so he's freaking out. He wants, like, Matt Jones to play every snap, you know. And so I think, like, that is a struggle. You have to have a really strong plan with that. But there's times when you have the deal where you really have to gauge how much information you want to give, because you could overdo it. I try to make it real clear, concise. Hey man, alert for this, or hey, here's that set we're talking about, something like that. You can do that, especially when they're on the ball that fast. This team was, so we could talk like that.
In terms of just what you were hoping to see tonight, did you feel like you checked all the boxes, or were there some things that maybe you weren't as pleased with? Where did you feel like maybe you guys didn't meet expectations?
I don't know. You know, the execution stuff, first game, there's so many new players. And then the staff members, you know, we spent a lot of time on this is the schedule, this is where we go, and this is what you wear, and all these things. Like, it was like the first day at school, you know, for the staff. There's so many new staff members. So when it's like that, and then the players, you're doing the same thing, you know, there's going to be a learning curve to that. And so that's kind of anticipated a little bit. The thing I'm most proud of is that outside of the start of the third quarter, there's a little bit bumpy in terms of focus in this thing. But I thought the guys, they wanted to hunt, man, you know, and they were hunting, they were going. And, you know, on the sidelines, the focus, all the things was the best that it's been in a while. And to have it in the beginning is one thing, but to have it at the end, you know, is another. And so that's a really good sign, is that when guys still want to hunt, when the score is this and the crowd is this and the whole thing is, you know, they were still wanting to hunt, both sides. So I'm proud of that.
Coach in the back, celebrating 10 years of Mclan Stadium, can you just talk about what the place has meant to you and what it mean on the anniversary to get a big win like this today?
Yeah, you know, when Mclan is rocking, it's really, really special. And you could see that with just our staff. You know, I think today was kind of a first start. I think for our fans, you know, we're going to have to win some games so that we can be cool enough to hang out with, you know. And so we have to be able to win some games, I think, and get some people to sit at our table, you know, at lunch, you know. But I think, like, when it's going like that and it's rolling that way, it's as good as it gets. And so the engagement of all of it, I think today was a start. We got work to do there.
Coach, you've been talking about Keaton Thomas pretty much since he got here.
Mm-hmm.
How important was he tonight as far as an energy standpoint, and then how cool was it to see him get a moment like he did with his interception? And
Really good. I think that settled him down. You know, really his last 2 days of practice here, the Wednesday and Thursday, were probably his worst days that he's had since he's been at Baylor, you know. And I walked him out of the locker room today prior to the game, and I mentioned, hey, bro, you got this. You're gonna kill this today. You got this. Just do your thing. Focus on your key. Focus on where your eyes go, right? And it's 1 + 1 = 2, man. Don't worry. We don't need 1 + 1 = 6. 1 + 1 = 2. You're going to be great. And I think he was just trying to do so much. I think the kid cares so much, and he wants to prove people, wrong, I guess, and do all these things. And he wants to do it all like yesterday, And so for him to kind of just be in the moment and stuff, I think that's probably going to be a continued thing with him because there's a lot of energy there. So we get it focused. It's good for him, good for us.
Jackie, how did you feel about just game one and the performance y'all put together on defense?
I felt good. I feel like we prepared good all week. We came ready to get the job done.
Jackie, just for you, it's been a long journey just to try to get on the field and stuff. How good did that feel just to be out there playing and running around and all that?
It felt great, man. I've been through a lot in my career, so just to be back out there flying around felt great.
You're talking a lot about intensity, increased intensity on defense from the whole unit. Did you sense that tonight? Was that a goal to kind of start strong?
Most definitely. I think the goal for the whole defense was to start fast and finish. You know what I mean? So I think that was the goal.
What did it seem like with Dave in there, calling plays again, and how did that seem on the sideline, having him into that part of it and locked in? What was that like?
I think it's great. To me, he's the GOAT. Yeah. I think everybody really cares for him, and we just want to play green. Yeah.
And then scoring on defense, how big was that for y'all? Is that like a goal? Is that something y'all talk about? Is getting one?
Yes, sir. Takeaways is a major thing for us on defense, so happy that we got that.
Jackie in the back. Back here. For you guys, how big of a maybe weight off your shoulders is it? There's been a lot of talk about last year, especially game one last year, to get that win and do it in, pretty definitive fashion.
Like I said, it feels good, but I feel like we prepared great all week, and we were ready to show up when the time came.
Are there still a lot of wrinkles that y'all haven't shown yet?
I don't think anything's gonna be perfect. We always got something to work on. So, yeah.
I guess for Keaton to obviously get the interception and the touchdown, he's talked a lot about how he wants to take advantage of his time here, and he was excited for this moment. What is it like for you to see him have kind of that moment that he did?
It's great, man. I think seeing that makes me want to play harder. And it's contagious. That energy he has, it's amazing.
Richard, just how good did that feel, especially, getting in a rhythm early? I think you had maybe the first 3 carries of the game.
It felt good, I know we already had the athletes coming in, and we practiced all that week to prepare for it, so it felt good.
Richard, to start the way you did, and as a team and as an offense, I guess, what sort of tone can this game and the way you started set for the rest of the season?
I'd say, it'll set a good tone, just by getting that win, and like I said, knowing all the athletes you got on the team, especially that we got speed, good wide receivers, good running backs all over, good quarterback, good O-line, it come out good.
Richard in the back. DeQuan breaking that big run early. How much does his athleticism and speed open up the offense with the defense having to respect his legs?
Oh, it opened up a lot, because the defense, they got to watch for me and him. And, like I said, everybody on our offense got speed, so that's a big thing on our offense.
What was DeQuan like in the huddle, and was he amped up early? Did he seem nervous at all, or was there calmness there?
He was calm, calm, very hype, and he was ready to go because he already knew going into the game what we was going to have to do, and we prepared for it all week.
Richard, I think when a lot of Baylor fans remember back to this offense, they think of the deep balls, a lot of passing. What did Coach Spavital tell you guys as running backs about the importance of you guys in this offense?
He told us from the jump, he was like, we going to run the ball, we going to run the ball, we going to get downhill. And he said from the get-go that he was going to throw it some too, but he said when we get the chance to run the ball, just hold on to the ball, especially against the defense we was going against because they like to punch at the ball.
Is there a lot in the offense that y'all didn't show today? Like, if you could put a percentage on what you showed of this Spavital offense, what would it be?
I'll probably say like 50 to 60.
Richard, a lot of questions about the offensive line coming off of last year. You guys felt pretty confident in them through fall camp. Did tonight show kind of a little bit of what they're capable of?
Yes, sir. Coming up off of last year, the O-line coming in this year, they knew what they was going to have to do. And, a lot of people on our team didn't like what we had last year, like the record and all that stuff. So we just came out and applied it on the field because we knew what we had to do.
Richard, on the sideline, what was it like seeing Keaton get that pick six and that moment for him?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, it was awesome. Me and Keaton, me and him close. So just seeing him go out there, and get a pick was amazing. And he said before the game even started, he was like, man, I just want to pick. So just seeing him do that was amazing.